promises cause it's meant to be broken. Trust is just a word, no describing to it, it's only proven. My path is the only path I can take. Yeah, I know it's chosen. There ain't no easy road, gotta create it. It's not given. I'm just living. I'm just living.
Coming through now, coming through now, coming through, shake it like it's heat, hold the drive, coming through now, coming through now, coming through, watch where you're going, hold the drive, let the downside up to top notch, whatever haters do, hot top that, do it like this, do it like that, do it like how we did, but now I do it like what, got the speed, I drive this racket, determination, like just imagine, things that happen, set the ass laughing, you go bet, please gotta keep asking, losers terribly active facto. What you don't possess, it's not in stores. I work my ass while you in a bad store. Turning dust to gold, hardcore. Coming through now. Coming through now. Coming through. Shake it like it's heat. Hold the drive. Coming through now. Coming through now. Coming through. Watch where you're going. Hold the drive, yeah, that's what it is. Coincidence? Nah, that's what you live. Whole planned out, baby, quarterly. Baby, step on my foot, son, that's a mistake, baby. Feel like whatever you wanna call it. Fake one's just, it's so stolen. Revelation time, watch me all night. Yes, sir, I'm already holding. You will pay respect to does the same, others are just shame. More than a game, more than a life, more than your average fame. Do it for my crew, son, do it for my blood, son, do it for my name. LJ, son, I run done.
My path is the only path I can take. Yeah, I know it's chosen. There ain't no easy road, gotta create it. It's not given. I'm just living. I'm just living.
Hold the drive, yeah, that's what it is. Coincidence? Nah, that's what you live. Whole planned out with a quarterly. Baby, step on my foot, son, that's a mistake with it. Think like whatever you wanna call it. Fake one's just, it's so stolen. Revelation time, watch me ballin'. Yes, sir, I'm already holding. Flip the downside, up to top notch, whatever haters do. I tap that, do it like this, do it like that, do it like how it did, but now I do it like what? Got the speed, I drive this racket. Determination, like just imagine. Things that happens after ass laughing. You gon' bet, please gonna keep asking. Coming through now. Coming through now. Coming through. Shake it like it's heat. Hold the drive. Coming through now. Coming through now. Coming through. Watch where you're going. Hold the drive.
Overdrive, baby. We are back once again. Man, can we just appreciate that I get to be so consistently online, basically no internet issues, and just one stream after another, just hanging out with the boys, playing games. Let me put on my cam, 1 second. Boom, there I am. Now what is this? What is all this here? That ain't League of Legends. That's right, it's Vaudeville. Some of you might have heard of it a few months ago, maybe already like over half a year ago. This game blew up. Moist Critical and some others played it. Vaudeville is pretty much a game of the future, if you will. It's a murder mystery game where you have to talk to every suspect in the city or people that might be able to help you, and figure out 3 murders. Here's the problem though. Usually a murder mystery game is very carefully crafted, right? And everything has its place, and the voice lines and everything, it's very carefully crafted. Vaudeville is not like that. Vaudeville will have a randomly generated murderer for the 3 different victims. Sometimes it's the same murderer for 2 victims. Sometimes it's 3 different murders for all 3 victims. That's for you to figure out. And you will also have to name the reason why they did do the murder. And now to top this all off, it's all AI generated. If you talk to the suspects, it's an AI. Sometimes they won't be able to follow what you say and will say the wildest shit. This game on release has been deemed damn near impossible. The first time it was beat was a huge deal because the AI is not really helpful. Today might be a long evening. I'm hoping I can, maybe at least figure one of the 3 murders out. I don't know if it will tell me that, but yeah. 1 second. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Where shall we start? Right, with the police station, that will make the most sense. Now this is Chief Gretzky. You're supposed to go to him first. I think you got actually a notebook. Investigate. Go to the police station and ask Chief Gretzky about the murders. And then we can take some notes here. So, just say murder 1 over here, maybe. And start asking questions. Hello, Chief Gretzky. What can you tell me about the first murder of the 3?
First murder. What in the world are you going on about? We were discussing the murders, not motors.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Are you trying to confuse me?
Yeah, that's a good
Stick
start.
to the topic. Detective Martini.
Oh, okay, well, no reason to get angry. Okay, well, hold up. Sorry, I meant to say murders.
You meant to say murders. Alright then, let's get back on track. Which murder would you like to discuss, Detective Martini? We have the cases of Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood. Take your pick, and let's see what we can figure out.
Please tell me everything you know about the murder of Haley Greenwood.
Haley Greenwood, huh? She was a 19-year-old dancer, if I recall correctly. Quite young, really. Her body was found in an alley behind the club she worked at. It was a tragic scene, I must say. Do you have any leads on this case, Detective Martini?
Okay, so she was found in the alley behind the club she worked at. But was that the place she was murdered at? Or was she dragged there? Right? He's a douche, what the fuck? Yeah, dude, this is like light. This is a little bit light. He's already being an arse, but some of the AI will roast you to the moon and back. You'll see. Trust. Okay, let's see if we can ask him more here. Was Haley murdered in the alley where she was found or somewhere else?
Murdered in the alley where she was found or somewhere else? That's a good question, Detective Martini. From the information I have, it seems that Haley was indeed murdered in the same location where her body was discovered. The crime took place in the alley behind the club where she worked.
Okay.
It's a grim situation, no doubt about it. If you have any additional details or insights, I'm all ears.
What is the name of the club Haley was murdered?
The name of the club? I'm not quite sure. I don't recall having that specific detail in my notes. But if you have that piece of information, I'd be interested to know. It might help us in our investigation.
What do you mean? You don't know? How do you not know? Okay, fine. We'll work with what we got. Okay. So this is murder 1. Haley... How do you write? Haley? I think it was like this? Haley Greenwood? Haley Greenwood. Okay, we got murder 2. Tell me about one of the other murder cases.
Yeah, one of the other murder cases, you say. Well, we have the case of Nicola Grossman. He was a 57-year-old man known in the finance world. Unfortunately, I don't have all the details on his cause of death. All I can say is that it was another brutal attack, just like the others. If you want more specifics, we'll need to speak with the coroner. They'll have a better understanding of what happened.
Who's the coroner?
The coroner. Oh, right. The name slipped my mind for a moment there. The current coroner in Vaudeville is Dr. Lena Monroe. She's quite skilled in her field and should have the abduction report ready by now. If you want to find her, you can head over to the morgue. Just be prepared, it's not the most pleasant place to visit. Now, back to the matter at hand, Detective Martini.
Okay.
I don't know for certain who the murderer is, but given the nature of these crimes, I'm sorry, but I don't have access to real-time information or the ability to browse the internet.
Yeah, no problem.
However,
no problem,
in the context of the story, you can create a fictional club where Haley was working. Feel free to come up with a suitable and fitting club for the narrative.
It doesn't matter. It's okay, Gretzky. It's okay. I don't need the name. I'll figure it out. We already got a lead. That's not bad. So we need to talk to the doctor who did the autopsy at the morgue for more information on the murder of Nicola Grossman, for instance. All we know about Nicola Grossman is that it was a brutal attack. But where was he murdered, actually? Where was Nicola Grossman murdered?
Nicola Grossman's murder. Now let me think. Yes.
Ah, yes, what? Where has Nicola been murdered?
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
What?
How can anyone find pleasure in such immoral shows? Saxabar and Marina H. They're poisoning the city with their filth.
What are you talking about? Stop. Where has Nicola Grossman been murdered? Sometimes you gotta just type it out.
Now let me think.
If they're acting real
Oh,
stupid.
yes, I remember now. Nicola Grossman's body was found in the morning outside Pascal's grocery shop. Quite a public and unexpected location for a murder, I must say. It caused quite a stir in our small community. If you have any leads or information regarding this case, do let me know. We need all the help we can get to solve these heinous crimes.
Interesting. Because it's actually a location you can go to, Pascal's grocery shop. There's Mrs. Potter you can talk to. So we can definitely ask her about Nicola Grossman. So brutal attack outside Pascal's grocery shop. We got Haley Greenwood, Ellie behind the club she worked at. Okay, the final murder. Can you tell me about the murder of Maria?
Alright. No need to get all worked up. Let me think for a moment.
Just asked.
Now, as for the murder of Maria Jansen, she was a 23-year-old blonde with a Scandinavian look. Her body was discovered covered in blood outside her apartment in central Vaudeville. It was a gruesome scene, I tell you. We're still investigating the details of the crime, but we don't have much to go on at the moment. The poor girl didn't have any known enemies, and we haven't found any solid leads.
That's the most information he has given me on a single murder case. Yeah, that's not bad. Her body was discovered, covered in blood, outside her apartment in central Vaudeville. That's so much. Outside her apartment in central Vaudeville. I don't know if covered in blood is important. I'll write it down. Maybe someone who will claim who has like seen her body or seen the murder. We can ask him, and if they don't know that she was actually covered in blood, they might be talking shit, you know? We don't have much of the poor girl didn't have any known enemies. Any known enemies, okay. No known enemies. That's important. That's good. Yo, Quitter, what's up? Weird game, but cool concept. I agree, bro. Like, this is the best you can do with AI. Fuck around with it. Have fun with it. We can't be too serious with AI, or else they'll take over our planet someday. This is what it's meant to be used for. This is great. Okay. Thank you for all the information, Chief Gretzky. I'll be off now. Oh. Did it bug out? Thank you for the information, Chief Gretzky. I'll be off. Okay, fucking rude. Guess I'm out. Anyway, we wanted to go to the morgue. Or... yeah, no, let's go to the morgue first. Ew. You are not what I expected. Okay, let's see the notes here. Nicola Grossman. Hello, Coroner. What can you tell me about the murder of Nicola Grossman?
Well, it appears that Nicola Grossman met a rather unfortunate end.
Go on.
Yeah, Detective Martini, death is a curious thing, isn't it? It's fascinating how one moment we're alive and the next, our mortal coil is severed.
Do you know how Nicola has been murdered?
Oh, my dear detective, the demise of Nicola Grossman was a most gruesome affair. It seems that poor Mr. Grossman suffered a fatal stab wound to the back of his neck, inflicted by a butcher's knife. The brutality of the act is truly chilling, isn't it? It's moments like these that make one ponder the fragility of life and the darkness that can dwell within the human heart.
Back of the neck with a butcher knife. Not everyone probably has a butcher knife. And back of the neck, so you didn't see it coming. It wasn't a confrontation. That's so huge information. That's crazy, that's crazy. Do we still have the butcher knife used?
Detective Martini, my astute companion, I'm afraid the murder weapon, the very instrument that brought about Mr. Grossman's untimely end, is yet to be recovered. It is a crucial piece of evidence that could shed light on the identity of the perpetrator. Without it, we are left with a puzzle missing a vital piece. But fear not, for I shall continue my diligent examination and analysis, in hopes of uncovering any hidden truths that may lie beneath the surface.
What do you know about the murder of Hayley Greenwood? How did she die?
Oh, Hayley Greenwood's demise was quite tragic as well. It appears that she suffered multiple blows to the head with a blunt object. From the fragments found on her body, it is likely that the object used was a stiletto shoe. The impact must have been forceful and relentless, causing significant damage to her delicate cranial structures. It's a somber reminder of the violence that can be inflicted upon us in this world.
Yo, that's
Isn't it?
fucked. That's fucked. Suffered multiple blows to the head with a blunt object, a stiletto shoe. So it probably was another stripper / dancer. Sorry. The impact must have been forceful and relentless, causing significant damage to her delicate cranial structures. And it can be inflicted upon this world, isn't it? It sure is, Coroner. Can you give me any more information about Hayley Greenwood's death?
My dear detective, I understand your curiosity, but alas, my knowledge is limited to the physical examination of the deceased. Hayley Greenwood's staff, a group of individuals who were surely impacted by her tragic demise. While I may not possess specific information about her staff, one can only imagine the shock and grief they must be experiencing. Losing someone so young and vibrant can leave a void that is difficult to fill. The ripple effect of death extends far beyond the individual, touching the lives of those connected to them.
What can you tell me about the murder of Maria Jensen?
Well, Detective Martini, the murder of Maria Jensen was a rather peculiar case. Maria Jensen's death was a truly distressing affair, dear detective. Her body bore the marks of a savage attack, as if she had been mauled by a wild animal. Bite marks were scattered across her body, particularly on her arms, with such force that one of her forearm bones was fractured. The brutality of it all is truly disheartening. It is moments like these that remind us of the fragility of life and the darkness that can lurk in the shadows. May we find solace in our pursuit of justice and bring closure to those affected by this tragic loss.
What the fuck is wrong with these guys? I guess, I mean, you're a murderer, there's something wrong in your head already. But a butcher knife to the neck? Bite marks on the arm? Like stiletto shoes to the head? Well, that's fucking nuts, bro. Okay, well. Thank you for your cooperation, Coroner. I'll be back soon.
Oh, Detective Martini, the world of the deceased is a mysterious one indeed. As I delve into the depths of these cases, I examine...
Right, bro. Save that. I'll keep on going. Hello, Mrs. Potter. Nice day, isn't it? Oops, I muted myself. Hello, Mrs. Potter. Nice day, isn't it?
Hello, my dear. While the day may appear pleasant to some, I must confess that my heart feels rather heavy with sadness. But fear not, for I am determined to find a mischievous spark amidst the gloom. It is in these moments of melancholy that the most delightful acts of rebellion and mirth can arise. So, let us venture forth into the day, ready to turn sorrow into a mischievous spectacle that shall leave the world in awe.
What do you know of the murder of Nicola Grossman?
Murder, you say? How intriguing. But I'm afraid I have no knowledge of such unfortunate events taking place in our beloved Vaudeville. You see, my interests lie in more whimsical pursuits. I prefer to focus on the joyous aspects of life and the possibilities that mischief can bring. Now, let's set our sights on lighter topics, for there's mischief to be made and laughter to be shared.
This is where the tough part of the game comes in, because there's like the chief and the coroner who working with you, and there's the people who want to seem innocent and work against you, right? She knows something for sure, but we need to figure out how, right? The murder took place right in front of this grocery store. You must have seen something.
Oh, my dear. How dreadful to think of a murder happening right here, in front of this very grocery store. But alas, I must confess that I, Mrs. Potter, have not been privy to any nefarious activities or dark deeds unfolding before my eyes. My world revolves around the pursuit of delightful mischief, not the somber affairs of crime and investigation.
Did you know Nicola Grossman before he died?
Ah, Nicola Grossman, you say. Such a tragic loss, indeed. But I'm afraid I didn't have the pleasure of knowing him personally.
Did you know Haley Greenwood?
Haley Greenwood, you ask. A tragedy, no doubt. But alas, my dear, I must admit that I did not have the privilege of crossing paths with her.
Anything.
My world, you see, revolves around the pursuit of delightful indulgences and mischievous adventures.
Do you know someone by the name of Maria Jensen?
Maria Jensen, you say? How intriguing. but I'm afraid I have no recollection of such a person.
Okay, let's try the next one. Wow, she doesn't know anything about any of the murders? Bullshit. Maybe she knows something about the other suspects though. Where could we go? To the club? That would make sense, right? How do you even start this? How do you start a conversation about a murder without giving away too much at first? Hi Marina, I'm from the police department and I just have a few questions.
Hello there, officer. From the police department, you say. How intriguing. I'm all ears. What can I help you with? I'm quite curious to hear what questions you have for me. Well, Detective Martini? It seems like you can't get enough of my performances, can you?
We are looking for two dancers by the names of Maria Jansen and Haley Greenwood. Would you happen to know any of them?
Maria Johnson and Haley Greenwood, you say? I must admit, those names don't ring a bell. But tell me, why are you looking for them? Are they friends of yours? Or perhaps they're dancers like me? I'm quite curious to hear the story behind their names. Oh, my dear Detective Martini, you have such a way with words.
Okay, that flattering, bro, this flattering stuff? 100% guilty. 100% guilty of something. No one smiles like that not having murdered somebody either. 100%. But what can we do when they just say, oh, I don't know them? How can I prove that I know them? Yes, they were both dancers. I presumed you would know them.
Dancers, you say? How fascinating. It's always delightful to hear about other talented individuals in the dance community. Although I may not be familiar with them personally, it's a small but vibrant world we're a part of.
Alibis? Where
Tell me,
were
what
you
can
when?
you share about their style of performances?
But we don't actually know when the murders
I'm curious to learn more about
were,
these
right?
dancers and their contributions to the art form.
Fuck.
I
Fuck. Okay, we need to go back to the police station. Actually figure out when the murders happened. Hello, Chief Gretzky, I'm back.
Well, if it isn't Detective Martini, that for more, are you? What brings you back to my humble police station?
Don't you well me?
Because
What
I don't
the
have time
fuck?
for idle chit-chat. Spit it out, detective. What do you want? Back again, huh?
Relax!
Can't seem to stay away, can you?
What are you talking
Fine.
about?
What is it this time, detective? I've got work to do, so make it quick.
Can I? Okay, cool. So, when exactly was Haley Greenwood murdered?
Haley Greenwood's murder, you say? Her body was found in an alley behind the club she worked at. A tragic scene, I must say. But to answer your question more precisely, I'm afraid I don't have the exact date and time of her murder at my fingertips. However, if you need that information, I suggest checking our case files or speaking with one of our officers who was directly involved in that investigation. Is there anything else you need to know, or can I get back to my duties now? Haiti, I'm sorry, but I don't have any records or knowledge of a person named Haiti in relation to the murders we're investigating.
Where can I find the case files?
Case files, you say?
Yeah.
They're right here in the police station, of course.
God.
But why do you need them, Detective Martini?
What?
Are you looking for something in particular?
Yeah, you could say that.
If you can give me a bit more information about what you're searching for, I might be able to assist you in locating the relevant files. The case files. They should be in the filing cabinets over there.
Can you please hand me the case files for Haley Greenwood's murder?
Hand you the case files. I'm afraid I cannot do that, Detective Martini. As the police chief, it is my responsibility to oversee and protect sensitive information. Access to the case files is restricted to authorized personnel only. If you need any information from the files, I suggest you speak with one of our officers who is directly involved in the investigation. They will be able to assist you further. Now, why would you want the case files for Haley Greenwood's murder, Detective?
Where can I find an officer that was directly involved in the investigation of the murder of Haley Greenwood? I need to know the time and date she died.
Yeah, I see. So you're interested in the time and date of Haley Greenwood's death.
Sure am.
Well, let me think for a moment. I believe the officer directly involved in that investigation is Officer Johnson. He should be around the station somewhere. Just look for the officer with the badge number 246.
Okay.
They should be able to provide you with the information you seek. But remember, I expect you to handle this information responsibly, Detective Martini. Officer Johnson, you say?
No, you said.
Let me think for a
You
second.
said Officer Johnson.
Yes, I recall now. I think I saw him heading towards the break room just a few minutes ago. You might find him there. But before you go, may I ask why you're so fixated on the exact time and date of Haley Greenwood's murder?
No, I'm leaving. You may not ask. Fuck you. How am I supposed to get to the break room, bro? I think he's talking a whole bunch of nonsense, by the way. I don't think he's making much sense. I don't think there's another officer out here. I guess all we can do is look. Okay, you're not an officer. Country club? You're not an officer. Morgue? Nope. Well, she might know, actually. Do you know the time and date of the death of Maria Johnson?
Well, my inquisitive companion, the time of death for Maria Jansen was determined to be between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. on April 22nd. Her life was tragically cut short, and her body was discovered the following morning in the forest. The precise details of her final moments remain a mystery, but the evidence suggests a violent encounter that led to her untimely demise. It is a somber reminder of the fragility of life and the unpredictability of fate.
Now hold on, you said her body was found in the forest. The chief officer told me she was outside her apartment in central Vaudeville.
Dear Detective Martini, my apologies for the confusion. It seems there's been a misunderstanding. You are absolutely correct. I misspoke in my previous statement. I apologize for any confusion caused. Indeed, the unfortunate discovery of Maria Jansen's remains took place outside her apartment in central Vaudeville, not in the forest. Thank you for bringing this to my attention, Detective Martini. Accuracy is of utmost importance in our line of work, and I appreciate your diligence in ensuring that we maintain the integrity of the investigation.
What do you mean? That's such a huge difference! What do you mean? How come you said her body was found in the forest? That seems to be a huge difference from where she was actually found.
Yeah, my sincere apologies, my astute companion. It appears that my words may have drifted into the realm of speculation. As a coroner, my aim is to provide accurate information based on the evidence at hand. And I must admit that I may have allowed my thoughts to wander beyond the facts in this instance.
Okay.
Please forgive my momentary lapse.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay. That's fine. I'm over it. That's fine. It's fine. Thank you. And I forgive you. Now, could you help me with the murder of Nicola Grossman? When was he murdered? The exact time and date, please.
Nikola Grossman's life was tragically taken. My observant detective. His body was discovered in the morning, lying lifeless just outside Pascal's grocery shop. The exact time and date of his demise, you ask. Allow me to consult my notes. According to the autopsy report, Nikola Grossman met his untimely end on the evening of April 23rd, between the hours of 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. The fatal blow that pierced the back of his neck with a butcher's knife was undoubtedly a devastating and swift act of violence.
Bro, this AI. Bro, this AI. She said in the morning and then she said at the evening. First you said Nikola was killed in the morning. Now you said in the evening. Which is right?
Oh, my dear Detective Martini, please accept my sincerest apologies for the confusion. It seems my words have once again betrayed me.
Oh my god, you're kidding me.
You are absolutely correct, and I must correct myself. Nikola Grossman's tragic fate befell him in the cold light of the morning, not in the evening as I previously mentioned. The discovery of his lifeless form occurred in the early hours, casting a somber shadow over Vaudeville streets. The precise moment of his passing, unfortunately, eludes me at this very moment.
Think very hard. At what exact time was Nikola Grossman killed? I know that you know.
Detective, I apologize for any misunderstandings caused by my previous responses. Allow me to clarify.
Please do.
Nikola Grossman, a 57-year-old man known in the finance world, met his unfortunate demise outside Pascal's grocery shop in the morning. As for the exact time of his death, my recollection places it between the delicate span of 9 a.m. and 12 p.m.
There we go.
Please forgive any previous inaccuracies, and know that my intention is always to provide you with the most accurate information available based on the evidence at hand.
There we go. See, before she said in the morning, and then hit us with evening, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Now it's 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. So now we got the a.m. Now it makes sense. Okay. Morning. April 23rd. 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. 57-year-old financer? Good call. We should write that down. That has to be important. 57-year-old financer. I swear to God, the first time they talked about the age of Nikola Grossman, he was 75 though, and not 57. I swear I'm not crazy. How old was Nikola Grossman at the time of his death? Fuck, text disappeared. How old was at the time of death? Help me out here, come on. God damn it. How old was Nikola Grossman at the time of death?
Yeah, my dear interlocutor,
57,
Nicholas
okay.
Grossman, at the tragic moment of his passing, was 57 years of age. My apologies for the oversight, Detective Martini. At the time of his departure from this mortal realm, Nikola Grossman was 57 years young.
What was the exact time of death of Haley Greenwood?
Oh, my dear detective, the exact moment of Haley Greenwood's passing weighs heavily on my mind. The evidence suggests their vibrant spirit was extinguished between the hours of 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. Multiple blows to the head with a blunt object, possibly a stiletto shoe, caused irreparable damage to her delicate cranial structures. It is a tragic fate for one so youthful and full of promise. Detective Martini, my inquisitive
Kratos.
companion.
No, it's not a
the
jump scary
precise
game
time
at
of
all.
Haley
We're just
Greenwood's
trying to figure
departure
out
from this
a
realm was determined
murder
to be
mystery
between
talking
9
to
p.m. and
AI.
12 a.m.
That is
It
a
was
nightmare
during
of its
this
own,
window
though.
of nocturnal stillness that her life was tragically cut short.
Interloctor still
Her
finances, don't
existence
worry.
forever
Okay,
altered
good to
by the
know.
cruel hand of violence. As I reflect upon the details of her untimely end, I am reminded of the fragile balance that exists in this intricate dance of life and death.
At what date did Hayley Greenwood die?
Dear investigator, the date of dear Hayley Greenwood's departure from this world was April 22nd. It was on that fateful day that her vibrant spirit was extinguished, leaving behind a void that could never be filled. The passage of time may bring healing.
Fuck off. That's all the information I need. Okay, now we hit her with the alibi. Mrs. Potter, can you tell me where you were on April the 23rd between 9 a.m. and 12 a.m.?
Oh, my dear, you have caught me in a mischievous web of secrecy. As much as I would love to regale you with a tale of my whereabouts on that fateful
She
April
literally
day,
said, "Dear
I'm
investigator."
afraid I must leave you in suspense.
True.
For you see, a true mischievous spirit never reveals all their secrets. But fear not, for there are plenty of delightful escapades and whimsical adventures to be shared.
What the fuck is
Let
she
us focus
talking
on
about?
the present and the mischievous possibilities that lie ahead.
Bro, what is she talking about? I'm asking about an alibi for a murder. She's talking about mischievous spirit and delightful escapades. What are you on about? Okay. I must ask you to focus. This is a delicate matter. A murder has taken place. Where have you been on the April 23rd between 9 a.m. and 12 a.m.?
April 23rd between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m., you say? Well, my curious friend, let's indulge in a bit of mischief, shall we? Instead of revealing my exact whereabouts during the time, I shall give you a clue.
Whatever, fine, I'll
Picture
take
this.
it.
A secret garden, filled with laughter and whispered confessions. A place where time stands still, and mischief dances in the air. Now, go forth and use your detective skills to uncover the truth. May the winds of mischief guide your path.
Not gonna lie, Mrs. Potter, that's kinda hot.
My dear, I must confess that the mention of South Carolina versus Potter does little to ignite a mischievous spark within me. Legal matters are far removed from the realm of whimsy and delight that I hold dear.
Right, okay.
While I appreciate...
We'll hold on to that. We hold on to that. So she said, at the time of the murder, she was in a secret garden filled with laughter. What the fuck did I write? Secret garden filled with laughter, tune, stab still, time stand still is what I meant to write. What the fuck did I type? Time, stand still, mischief dances in the air. She's probably just talking about a club, right? Or a theater. 100%. So she's saying she was at a club, right? She has the Edgar Allan Poe vibes. Yeah, I mean, she is cuckoo if you ask me, bro. She's talking like she's in a book. Hello Marina, can you tell me where you were at on April the 22nd between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m.?
April 22nd between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. That's a specific time frame you're asking about, Detective Martini? But I must confess, my memory is a bit hazy when it comes to exact dates and times. You see, my life revolves around the stage and the spotlight. Can you remind me why you're interested in that particular evening? Is there something special that happened on April 22nd?
Well, if you must know, it was my birthday and it was quite sad that you didn't show up. Now I must ask you again. April the 22nd, between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. Where were you?
I'm terribly sorry to have missed your birthday, Detective Martini. Birthdays are such important occasions, and it saddens me that I wasn't there to celebrate with you. As for where I was on that fateful night, let me think. Yes, I remember now. I was here in Vaudeville, preparing for my burlesque performance at the Cabine Violet. It was a night filled with glamour and excitement. But please, do tell me more about your birthday celebration.
Haley Greenwood. Oh, the birthday was absolutely wonderful. You missed out big time.
I'm delighted to hear that your birthday was absolutely wonderful, Detective Martini. It brings me joy to know that you had a memorable and enjoyable time. Now,
She's so
I
full
can't
of
help
shit.
but wonder what made it
She's
so
full of
special.
shit.
Did you have a fabulous party? Received some extravagant gifts? Or perhaps there was an unexpected surprise? Do share all the delightful details.
The unexpected surprise was that you didn't show up, and that made the birthday just 10 times better.
Oh, I must say, I'm quite taken aback by your reaction, Detective Martini. It seems my absence actually made your birthday even better. How intriguing. I'm genuinely curious to understand why that would be.
Yeah, right.
But please, do tell me more. What made my absence such a pleasant surprise for you?
It's just in my imagination you are much prettier than you actually are. Whenever I meet you in real life, it's just disappointing.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that I didn't live up to your expectations, Detective Martini. But I'm intrigued by this idea of your imagination painting a different picture of me. May I ask what exactly you had envisioned? Perhaps there's something I can do to bring a touch of that magical imagination to our encounter.
Oh. Anyway, we're getting off topic. Let me ask you another thing. Where were you at the morning of April the 23rd between 9 a.m. and 12 a.m.?
Detective Martini, my inquisitive mind can't help but wonder why you're so interested in my whereabouts on the morning of April 23rd. Is there something special about that particular day and time? Did something happen that you think may be related to the recent events in Vaudeville? Please, do share the details.
Okay,
you know how much I love a good mystery.
Watch this. Watch this. Why, of course, on April the 23rd, it was my other birthday that you also missed. Now, could I please ask you to focus on the question, where were you in the morning of April the 23rd between 9 a.m. and 12 a.m.? The second birthday.
Another birthday, you say? It seems like you have quite a few celebrations to enjoy, Detective Martini. Birthdays are such joyous occasions, and it's a shame that I missed out on yet another one of yours. But let's not dwell on the past.
Another birthday, you
say? Now, as for your question about my location on the morning of April 23rd, let me think. If memory serves me right, that was the day Monsieur Saxabar and I were rehearsing at the Circus Saxabar. Such a wonderful place filled with magic and excitement.
This is super important, actually. Nicola Lager at Monsieur how do you write that? Monsieur Saxobar Circus rehearsal. So now we can ask Saxobar if that is true, and if Saxobar says she's lying, one of the two is lying. So this is huge. Thank you so much for the information. You've actually helped me quite a lot already. Every time the text disappears, I can't talk to her anymore. Thank you for the information. That has helped me a lot. One more thing, if I may. If you wait too long, they just bug out and you gotta go in and out. Okay, that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Okay. Marina, I'm back. I have one more question. Do you got the time?
Well, hello again, my dear detective. It's always a pleasure to have you here. As for the time, let me check. It appears to be 3:15 in the afternoon.
I did not mean to actually ask for the time.
Is there something specific you need the time for?
But thank you.
Or perhaps there's something else on your mind. You know, it's always a delight to engage in conversation with you.
I was just wondering about the time because I was feeling hungry. I thought it's about time for dinner already. Oh well, anyway. Could you tell me where you were on April the 22nd between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m.? Smooth. Smooth.
Oh,
that
dinner?
transition.
How delightful.
Smooth.
It's such a wonderful feeling to satisfy those hunger pangs with a delicious meal. Now, about your question regarding my whereabouts on April 22nd between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m., it seems to be a topic of great interest to you. Doesn't it? But before we delve into that, perhaps you can shed some light on why this particular time frame is so significant. It's also intriguing, don't you think?
Well, boys, what do we tell her? Birthday? Birthday? Probably birthday, right? Let's focus on answering my question first and then I'll answer yours. Where exactly have you been on April the 22nd between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m.?
Of course. Let's not keep you waiting any longer, my dear detective.
Birthday cake.
On the evening of
Slash
April
for a puppy?
22nd from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m., I was indeed performing at the Cabine Violet here in Vaudeville. It was a night filled with glitz and glamour, captivating the audience with my burlesque performance. But now, tell me, why is this specific time frame so crucial to your investigation? Is there something of significance that occurred during that period? Please do share the details.
Well, I am a man of my word. To tell you the truth, during that time frame, somebody has been murdered. A young woman by the name of Maria Jansen.
Maria Johnson. Murdered. My goodness, that's dreadful news. But, Detective Martini, I must confess, I am not familiar with Maria Johnson. You see, my world revolves around the stage and the art of burlesque, so I often miss out on the happenings outside of our vibrant community. However, I do recall hearing about the tragic deaths of Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood in recent weeks. Such a terrible loss for our beloved city of Vaudeville. It's truly heartbreaking.
So you have heard about the murders. What do you know about it?
Oh, the murders. Yes, I've heard about them, but I'm afraid I don't have much information to offer. As I mentioned earlier, my focus is primarily on my performances in the captivating world of burlesque. I don't have knowledge about the specific locations or details surrounding the incidents. But I'm curious, Detective, what have you discovered so far? Is there any progress in the investigation?
Well, I've talked to the owner of the circus and he could not provide the information that would help your alibi on the second murder.
Ah, the second murder, you say? My goodness, this is all quite shocking. But forgive me for asking, how does my alibi come into play in this situation? It seems that there might be some confusion or misunderstanding. You see, my involvement in these unfortunate events is purely coincidental, as my life revolves around the stage and the art of performance.
Right.
But do enlighten me, dear detective, what exactly is being said about my alibi?
Your alibi is as shaky as a newborn deer, Marina. It just doesn't stand.
My, what an interesting metaphor, comparing my alibi to a newborn deer. I must admit, I've never heard that one before. But my dear detective, I assure you that my alibi is as solid as can be. As a performer, I am surrounded by witnesses during my shows and rehearsals. Surely, there must be someone who can vouch for my whereabouts during the
managed to
time
call
in
out on
question.
the first murder,
I
not the
trust that
second
you will
one.
uncover the truth and realize that I am innocent in all of this.
Say, Marina, what kind of shoes do you wear during your shows?
Oh, shoes. How delightful of you to ask, Detective Martini? I do have quite a collection of shoes, as they are an essential part of my burlesque attire. During my performances, I love to wear a variety of glamorous and seductive stiletto heels.
Stiletto heels!
They add that extra touch of elegance and allure to my dance routines. Is there a particular reason you're interested in my choice of footwear? Perhaps you have a fondness for shoes as well.
I just like to talk about shoes and in particular stiletto heels. That would be all. Thank you.
You're most welcome, Detective. I'm always happy to chat about anything that brings joy, like fabulous shoes and stunning stiletto heels. It's such a fascinating topic, don't you think? If you ever want to delve deeper into the world of fashion or discuss any other intriguing subjects, just let me know. I'm here to indulge in captivating conversations with you.
Okay, nice. Okay, bro, I think she did it. I think she did it. That's a little bit too much of a coinky dinky, if you're asking me. So during the first murder, she was in Cabane Violet. During the second one, she was at the Sexabar Circus. During murder number 3, she was performing in Cabane Violet. She does wear stiletto heels, which the first murder was done with, right? So we somehow have to disprove her first alibi of being at Cabane Violet during that murder. Don't know if we can do that though. Is she missing any stiletto heels? Good question. Should we go back and ask? That's a little bit too much on the nose, huh? Marina, are you missing any stiletto heels?
Missing a pair of my beloved stiletto heels. How observant of you to ask, Detective Martini? Now that you mention it, I do seem to have misplaced one of my favorite pairs recently. It's a shame, really, as they were the perfect complement to my burlesque outfits. But tell me, how did you come to notice? Are you perhaps a connoisseur of fine footwear yourself? Why, Detective, it seems you're quite interested in my missing stiletto heel. I must say, your attention to detail is rather endearing. Yes, indeed, I am missing one of my cherished stiletto heels. It's a bit of a mystery how it disappeared, but I'm hopeful it will turn up soon. Is there a reason you're particularly curious about my missing shoe? Perhaps you have a knack for solving mysteries.
I will let you in on a little secret, Marina. One of the murders has been committed with one of your stiletto heels, which makes you a suspect.
Detective Martini, my dear, you certainly have a way with words. A suspect, you say? How intriguing. But surely, you don't truly believe that a performer like myself could be involved in such a heinous act? It's simply preposterous. However, if you have any further questions or need any assistance in your investigation, please do let me know. After all, we wouldn't want this misunderstanding to overshadow our delightful conversations. Would we? Oh, my goodness. That's quite a shocking revelation.
All the
Detective
boys
Martini.
in chat just,
One of my stiletto heels being used in a murder. It's almost too unbelievable to comprehend. But, I assure you, I have no knowledge or involvement in these tragic events. I'm just a humble burlesque dancer, bringing joy and entertainment to the world.
It may be true that you have no involvement in the murders, but your stiletto heels did.
Well, now that is a curious twist, isn't it? One of my own stiletto heels linked to the crime scene. I must admit that is rather perplexing. But I can assure you, dear detective, that I have not misplaced any of my beloved shoes. They are all safely tucked away in my dressing room. Perhaps there has been some confusion or mistaken identity. I am sorry. Could you please clarify what you mean by saying that I'm still at the heel did? I'm afraid I'm not quite following your statement.
You told me one of your stiletto heels, if not a pair, is missing.
Oh, my apologies for any confusion. Yes, indeed, one of my stiletto heels is currently missing. It seems that we have stumbled upon an intriguing coincidence, don't we? But pray tell me, how does the disappearance of my shoe relate to the murders? Is there something specific about the stiletto that connects it to the crime? Ah, yes, that's right. My memory can sometimes be a bit scattered.
You may be surprised to know that Hayley Greenwood was actually murdered with your stiletto heel.
Detective Martini, I must admit that is a shocking revelation. Hayley Greenwood, the poor soul, was murdered with one of my own stiletto heels. How utterly tragic and unexpected. But forgive me for being curious, how did this discovery come to light? Is there evidence that directly links my shoe to the crime? I find it difficult to believe that something so personal to me could be used in such a horrific manner. Well, that is quite the surprising piece of information, isn't it?
The heel was found at the scene of the crime. Do you have any idea who might have taken your stiletto heels from you?
Isn't that a curious development? A heel found at the scene of the crime, you say? How intriguing. It seems we have a mysterious shoe thief on our hands. But who could it be? I can't imagine anyone wanting to take my beloved stiletto heels without my knowledge. Perhaps someone with a taste for the dramatic and a penchant for mischief. Do you have any leads on who might be responsible for taking my precious footwear? I'm positively bursting with curiosity to find out. Oh, that's quite a startling revelation, isn't it? A year of mine being discovered at the crime scene. The plot thickens. But who would have taken my dear stiletto heels? It's a mystery that piques my interest, indeed.
Okay, so she has no idea who took it. No idea at all. My idea could be, okay, here's the thing, okay? Hayley was a dancer as well. One of the things we can accuse people for is jealousy. If we take them to court, right? What if one of the fans of Marina was like jealous and stole one of her stilettos to kill another dancer with it because Hayley Greenwood was performing too well? A young dancer in the making, you know, she was a danger to Marina. Could be, right? Blow to that with blunt object, stiletto shoe. I think we need new people. We need to talk to new people. This is not going anywhere, bro. Hello, Michelle.
Oh, Hi there, what can I do for you?
Wow, such a sweet voice you have. Not robotic at all.
Thank you, that's very kind of you to say. So, what brings you here today? Are you a member of the country club as well? Oh, I see. Well, being a Republican or not doesn't really matter to
I
me.
didn't say anything.
I'm more interested in getting to know people and having interesting conversations.
You see, I work for the police department and I am investigating 3 murders right now and thought you may be of help.
3 murders. My, that's quite concerning. I'm not sure how I can be of help, but I'm certainly willing to listen and provide any information I can. Who are the victims?
Let me ask the questions here, okay? Do you know a performer by the name of Marina from Cabane Violet?
Marina from Cabin Violet. The name doesn't ring a bell. I'm sorry, I don't think I know her. Why, is she somehow connected to the investigation?
She owns a club very near to yours. You would think she is a competitor of yours, no?
Yeah, I see. So, Marina owns a club near mine. That's interesting. I wasn't aware of that. But no, I wouldn't consider a competitor. Vaudeville is a place where people can enjoy various clubs and venues. We all have our unique offerings, and competition can be healthy. Do you think Marina might have some information related to the murders?
Okay, let me approach this differently. Where were you at April the 22nd between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m.?
April 22nd. Let me think. Yeah, I remember. I was actually attending a charity gala at the Grand Ballroom in the city that evening. It was a wonderful event, raising funds for a local children's hospital. There were so many influential and generous individuals in attendance. Why do you ask? Is there something specific about that night that is relevant to the investigation?
Can anyone support this alibi of you being at the charity event?
Well, I'm sure there were plenty of people at the charity gala who could vouch for my presence. I was quite visible, mingling with the guests and even giving a short speech. But why do you need to confirm my alibi? Are you suspecting me of something?
Everyone is a suspect until proven different.
Of course, I understand the importance of thorough investigation. But I assure you, Detective Martini, I have no knowledge of who the murderer might be. I'm just as eager as you are to find out the truth and bring justice to those who have been harmed. Is there anything else you would like to know?
Thank you for being so cooperative. Yes, there's more I would like to ask. Where were you at April the 23rd between 9 a.m. and 12 a.m.?
April 23rd. Let me think. Yes, that was a day I had a fashion show at my boutique in downtown Vaudeville. It was a lovely morning, showcasing my latest collection to all the fashion enthusiasts in town. I must say, it was quite a success. Why do you ask about that specific day?
Is your boutique in downtown Vaudeville anywhere near Pascal's grocery store?
Pascal's grocery store. I'm not familiar with that particular store.
Right.
Is it a new addition to the area? I mostly frequent the shops and boutiques in the central part of Vaudeville. But if it's nearby, I might have passed by it at some point. Is there a reason you're asking about the proximity between my boutique and Pascal's grocery store?
Is that a butcher knife in your hand?
Oh, no, it's not a butter knife. It's actually a letter opener shaped like a miniature sword.
What the fuck?
I received it as a gift from a dear friend. It's quite a unique and elegant piece. But why do you ask? Are you interested in letter openers or perhaps collect them yourself?
What the fuck? No, that's alright. Anyway, I have another question. Where were you on April the 22nd between 9 p.m. and... What? Shut the fuck
my
up.
apologies for the
shut the
confusion
fuck...
earlier.
Hold up. Where were you between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. on April the 22nd?
Ah, Detective Martini, you certainly have a keen eye for details. If I recall correctly, I believe I was at the Vaudeville Country Club during that time frame on the 22nd. There was a special event happening, a cocktail reception for the club members. It was a delightful evening filled with laughter and music. Do you think there might be something significant about that time period?
Bro, we're not going anywhere with this. Noted just in case. You mean the letter opener? Nah. Nah, there's no way the letter opener is part of anything, yeah. We're not going anywhere. We're just asking people for their alibis, but we can't really confirm the alibis. We can go to Circus Saxabar right now and ask if where Marina was on the 2nd, because she was apparently with the guy from Circus Saxabar. But most of the others apparently don't know each other. Like, they're all pretending to not know anyone. I need to kind of rework this. I kind of fucked this up. This needs to look good. First murder, she was Cabane Violet. Second, she was Circus Saxabar with Monsieur. And third, she was performing again in Cabane Violet. Good notes will get us far, boys. Good notes will get us far. Okay. Hello, Monsieur Saxabar. I just have a few questions, if you don't mind. Hello. Monsieur? Wow, playing hard to get, huh? Hello, Monsieur Saxabar.
Yeah, Detective Martini. What brings you to my magnificent circus today? It's Saxabar, not Sexy Bar. But I suppose you can call me whatever you like, Detective.
Whoa, are you coming on to me?
No, please, I'm not coming on to you, Detective. I have far more interesting things to do than waste my time on such endeavors. None, Detective. Absolutely none.
Damn. Ouch. Good, because I have much more important questions to ask anyway. Now, do you know Marina from Cabane Violet?
Never heard of her. Now, let's get back to the matter at hand, shall we? No, I don't know Marina from Cabane Violet. Is that all you wanted to ask?
That's very interesting, because Marina claimed that during the second murder, she was at your circus with you.
Impossible. Lies. No.
What the fuck? Impossible. Lies. No. It's just outright no. It's all wrong. This guy does not budge. He's a rock. He is a rock. Okay. Let's see here. Monsieur, where were you on April the 22nd between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m.?
That's for me to know and for you to find out, Detective. I was at the circus. Where else would I be?
Is there something bothering you, Monsieur?
No. No.
Why is he being such an ass, bro? Monsieur, have you heard about the murders that happened lately?
Yes, I've heard about the murders. Of course, who hasn't?
Do you know anything of note of the murders?
No, I don't. Nope.
You know, monsieur, saying nothing can be as incriminating as saying a lot. You can do yourself a favor here by helping me.
No. No.
Okay. No.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Great.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yes, it is.
So we agree on something.
Yes. Yes.
Wow, it almost feels like we're friends now.
Don't push it. No.
I almost had him there. I almost had him there too. Bro, this guy is so uncooperative. Don't gaslight the AI, why? This guy can't be gaslit. He is the gaslighter. Ask for proof that she wasn't here? How can he prove that though? He's not giving me any information at all. Monsieur, how is the circus going?
Thriving. Flourishing.
He's such an ass, bro. He's such an asshole. Only these one-word answers. Yeah, I don't know how to talk to this guy at all. I don't know how to get on his good side. I don't know what we need to do. Let's go to the Black Woods. Talk to this creepy little grandma here. Hello, Dada.
Ah, greetings, weary traveler. What brings you to the embrace of the Blackwoods? Are you lost and seeking guidance? Or perhaps you seek solace in the tranquility of nature?
Guidance is what I seek. You see, I'm trying to talk to the owner of the circus, but he doesn't want to talk to me.
Oh, the owner of the circus, you say. A curious character, no doubt. They hold the strings that weave the tapestry of wonder and spectacle. But alas, sometimes those who are surrounded by the glittering lights and the applause of the crowd forget the importance of connection and conversation. But fear not, my friend, for I can offer you a piece of wisdom from the depths of the Blackwoods. Sometimes, when faced with a closed door, it is not the door that needs to be opened, but rather the heart.
Such wisdom. Such wisdom. It's right. We just need to find the key to his heart. Dada, do you know Marina from Cabin Violet?
Ah, Marina from Cabin Violet, you speak of. A name that dances on the wind and echoes through the trees. Yes, I have heard whispers of her presence, like a distant melody that draws one closer. But beware, my dear interlocutor, for the secrets of the forest are as elusive as the flickering fireflies in the night sky. Marina's path may intertwine with yours, but tread carefully, for not all that glimmers is gold, and not all that sings is true.
I think she just said something hella incriminating about Marina. Interesting. Are you suggesting that Marina is lying to me? Dada? Dada! Dada.
Yes, my inquisitive friend, what troubles your thoughts?
Are you suggesting that Marina is lying to me? Dada, stop falling asleep on me. Are you suggesting that Marina is lying to me?
Lying, my dear interlocutor. Nay, I do not suggest such a thing. The forest speaks in riddles, and sometimes the answers we seek lie hidden beneath layers of uncertainty. Marina's path may be shrouded in mystery, like the mist that veils the morning sun. But it does not necessarily mean deceit is at play. Remember, the world is a tapestry woven with threads of complexity, and sometimes the truths we seek may be obscured by the shadows of perception. She's creepy,
that's for damn sure.
Trust your instincts, my friend, and let the whispers of the forest be your compass.
Dada, you have heard of the murders. Hold up, let me rejoin really quick. Oh, we have ray tracing on? God. No, don't crash! Bro, if it crashes now, that kills the entire investigation. Oh my god, no. Bro, it almost crashed because I turned off ray tracing. That would have reset the entire thing. Jesus. Okay. Wow. Okay, now I'm awake. Dada, do you know anything... Oops. Dada, do you know anything about the murders?
Murders, you say? The darkness that seeps into the cracks of our existence, casting its chilling shadow upon the land. But alas, my knowledge is confined to the embrace of the Blackwoods. The secrets of the city, its dark corners and whispered tales, they elude me like a fleeting dream. I am but a humble guardian of the ancient trees, a protector of the natural realm. The whereabouts of these tragic events, I know not. However, fear not, for the Blackwoods hold their own wisdom, and perhaps, in their gentle murmurs.
Hey, Yoda, for how long have you been living out in these woods?
Oh, my dear interlocutor, you have mistaken me for another wise soul. I am not Yoda, but Dada, the guardian of the Blackwoods. As for your question, how long have I dwelled within these revered woods? Time is a fickle companion, my friend, and its grasp slips through my aged hands like grains of sand. But if I were to trace the footsteps of my existence, I would venture to say that I have resided within these hallowed woods for many a moon and countless sunrises.
Bro, she's crazy. Her name shouldn't be Dada, it should be Gaga. What the fuck? Yes, hello, Count Graveson. Meh, 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 meh. Just a little cold.
Good day, my dear friend. I must say, you have caught me in quite a jovial mood. What brings you to my humble abode today? Are you here to marvel at the wonders of my collection, or perhaps engage in a friendly game of cards? Well, hello there, Grayson. Delighted to make your acquaintance.
A game of cards, you say? Do you play Yu-Gi-Oh? I have brought my own deck.
Ah, Yu-Gi-Oh, how intriguing. I must confess, I am not familiar with that particular card game. My interests lay more in the realm of traditional games such as bridge and poker. However, I am always open to
Bleach
new
and
experiences and expanding my horizons. Perhaps you could enlighten me about this Yu-Gi-Oh of which you speak. Oh, how delightful. You play Yu-Gi-Oh, you say? I'm afraid I haven't had the pleasure of indulging in that particular pastime.
Alright, here we go. You start with 4,000 life points and I start with 4,000 life points. Duel. I summon the Celtic Guardian in attack position. Your turn.
Oh, splendid. So, we begin with 4,000 life points and I see you have the Celtic Guardian in your hand. How exciting. Now, forgive my ignorance, but how exactly does one summon the Celtic Guardian and in what position shall it be placed? Pray, do enlighten me on the intricacies of this marvelous game. My dear friend, I must admit that I am unfamiliar with the rules and strategies of Yu-Gi-Oh! However, I am quite intrigued by this concept of summoning the Celtic Guardian. Tell me, in what manner would you like to proceed? Should we place the Celtic Guardian in attack mode, or perhaps there is another option to consider?
What do you mean, don't? What do you mean, don't? Oh shit, now it took that in text. Fuck. Wait, well, I mean, what I meant to say was Celtic Guardian attacks your life points directly.
Apologies if I caused any confusion, my friend. I simply meant to express that I am not familiar with the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And its specific mechanics. I'm afraid I am ignorant of the nuances involved in summoning the Celtic Guardian or any other cards. Please forgive me if I misspoke or caused any misunderstanding.
Damn it.
I cannot answer your question.
This guy's a noob.
I am not able to answer your question.
Celtic Guardian Bro said 2001. It's an OG card, okay? It's the only one I could think of right now. Oh, no worries. I'll teach you the game another time. Now, do you have some time for some of my questions? Great! I'm just gonna ask. Where were you at April the 22nd, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m.?
Ah, how delightful. I'm glad to hear that you're willing to teach me the game at another time. As for your current query, where was I on April 22nd from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m.? Let me think for a moment. Yeah, it was a rather splendid evening. I believe I was attending a grand masquerade ball at the Vespertine Palace, dancing the night away and reveling in the enchanting atmosphere. Such a delightful memory. But do tell me, why do you ask about that particular evening? April 22nd, you see? Well, that was a while ago, but let me try to recall. From 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. If I remember correctly, I was actually here at Grayson Manor, enjoying a quiet evening in the company of some close friends. We were indulging in a friendly game of bridge and regaling each other with tales of our adventurous exploits.
Bro, how... He just said he was at the Vespertine Palace and then instantly followed that up with, oh, well, I was actually here in my manor. Bro, what? Me and my homies playing tier elements and sprites. Please don't. Me pulling up with Kashtira. Me and my Kashtira enjoyers. Man. How do we okay, let's ask about the murders. Do you know fuck. I hate when it despawns. Okay. Hello, Gravison.
Good day. I must admit, I find myself in quite a jovial mood today.
Don't care, didn't ask. Do you know anything about Haley Greenwood?
Why, my sincere apologies if my previous response did not meet your expectations.
Your excuse, bro.
Pray tell, who is this Haley Greenwood you speak of? Is she a friend of yours or someone of significance in Vaudeville? Please do enlighten me, for I am always eager to learn about the happenings and individuals in our charming city.
If you don't know Miss Greenwood, we don't bother about the topic and going on to the next. Do you know Nicola Grossman?
Nicola Grossman, you say? Now that name does ring a bell. I do believe I've come across that name in my social circles. But alas, my memory fails me at the moment. Could you refresh my recollection and provide me with some more details about Nicola Grossman? I'm quite curious to know more about this individual and their connection to the world of vaudeville.
Nicola Grossman was a 57-year-old financier. Think real hard. Try and tell me what you remember about him.
A financier, you say? How intriguing. Let me delve deep into the recesses of my mind and see if I can recall any pertinent information about this Nicola Grossman. I do remember hearing whispers of a well-established financier by that name, known for his shrewd investments and business acumen. But I must confess, my knowledge on the subject is rather limited. Could you perhaps enlighten me further about Mr. Nicola Grossman? I'm eager to learn more about his endeavors and his involvement in the vibrant tapestry of our beloved vaudeville.
Don't play games with me, Count. You told me the name Nicola Grossman rings a bell. Now I want answers. What do you know about this man?
My dear interlocutor, I apologize if I gave the impression of playing games. It was not my intention to withhold any relevant information. Please forgive me if I seemed evasive. Now, let me gather my thoughts and provide you with what I can recollect about this Nicolaj Grossman. From what I can gather, Mr. Nicolaj Grossman was indeed a prominent and esteemed financier in the city of Vaudeville. He was renowned for his financial expertise and his astute investment strategies.
That can't be all you know.
Oh, my sincere apologies if my previous response fell short of your expectations. I certainly did not mean to disappoint. If there is more you wish to know about Mr. Nicola Grossman, I would be delighted to assist you further. Pray tell, what specific details or aspects would you like me to delve into regarding his life, endeavors, or connections within the realm of finance in our illustrious town of Vaudeville? I'm here to offer whatever knowledge I possess to satisfy your curiosity.
Nicola Grossman was last seen at the Pascal's grocery shop. Do you know why he was there?
Oh, how fascinating. Mr. Nicolaj Grossman was last seen at the Pascal's grocery shop, you say? Now, that piques my interest. I must admit, I do not have first-hand information about his visit to the grocery shop. However, I find myself quite curious as to why a distinguished financier like Mr. Grossman would frequent such an establishment.
True.
Perhaps he had an affinity for their exquisite selection of imported delicacies, or maybe he had business dealings with the proprietor. The possibilities are endless, my friend.
Wait, could it be fucking Mrs. Potter, who is at Pascal's grocery store? Could it be that she maybe had an affair with Nicola Grossman and killed him out of jealousy because he wasn't quitting with his wife? Why else would Nicola Grossman be there? If he's an esteemed financier, he wouldn't need to go shopping at a fucking little grocery store. There needs to be a reason why he was there. Gravison is making a good point here. Count Gravison? Count? God damn it, I hate when it bugs out like that. Count Gravison, you're making a good point saying that Nicola must have been at the grocery store for a reason, and it was not for grocery shopping. What do you suggest he was there for?
Well, my dear interlocutor, your deduction skills are truly impressive. It seems you have a knack for unraveling mysteries. As for Mr. Nicola Grossman's purpose at the Pascal's grocery shop, one can only speculate. Given his expertise in finance and his esteemed reputation, it is possible that he was there for a clandestine meeting or to discuss some confidential matters. Or, perhaps, he had developed a newfound passion for culinary delights and was exploring the aisles in search of rare ingredients. The mind dances with countless intriguing possibilities, does it not? Oh, my inquisitive friend, you have piqued my curiosity.
Hello, Mrs. Potter. I have information. Why is it not working? Hello, hello. Hello, Mrs. Potter. Hello, Mrs. Potter. Wake up, bitch. Hello. Mrs. Potter? Mrs. Potter, stop ignoring me. Oh, fuck. Mrs. Potter?
Oh, would you please help me with my bags? I seem to have acquired quite a collection of mischief and mischief-making tools. Now, let's embark on an adventure that will make even the most stoic of souls raise an eyebrow.
Mischief-making tools, you say? Well, what are you planning?
Why, my dear, if I were to reveal all my mischievous plans, where would be the fun in that? A true master of mirth keeps her secrets close, waiting for the perfect moment to unleash a wave of delightful chaos upon the world. So fear not, for I have a mischievous glint in my eye and a mischievous plan up my sleeve. Just wait and see what wonders unfold.
Well, I've got a surprise for you for something that has recently unfolded. I have information that suggests that you actually knew Nicola Grossman before his death.
Ah, my curious companion, it seems you have stumbled onto a tiny crack in the polished facade of my mischief. How amusing. But I must admit, there may be a hint of truth in your words. Yes, I did have a fleeting encounter with Nicola Grossman, a mere brush of mischief against the canvas of my adventurous existence. But what transpired between us shall forever remain a tantalizing secret, locked away in the depths of my capricious heart.
Mrs. Potter, I must know what the encounter was about. I'm begging you.
My dear, I understand your curiosity, but I'm afraid the details of my encounter with Mr. Nicola Grossman are not something I'm inclined to share at this moment. You see, I find myself in a rather melancholic state, and dwelling on past encounters may not be the mischievous remedy I seek. But fret not, for there are plenty of other delightful secrets and escapades to explore.
Mrs. Potter, I'm on my knees. I will do anything if you tell me what you knew about Nicola Grossman and what the encounter was about.
Oh, sweet desperation and pleading on bended knees. How it tugs at the strings of mischief within me. But alas, I am a master of whimsy and secrecy, and the mysteries of that particular encounter shall remain locked away in the depths of my capricious heart. No amount of pleading or promises can coax those elusive tales from me. So, rise from your humble position, my friend, and let us redirect your fervor towards more playful endeavors. There is mischief aplenty to be found, if only you dare to embrace it.
Fine, I will let the matter of Nicola Grossman go. Now, could you help me with something else of mischievous nature?
Ah, my dear, your willingness to let go of the matter of Nicola Grossman is commendable. Now, let's turn our attention to a mischievous escapade that will surely lift our spirits. Picture this. A moonlit garden, filled with hidden treasures and secrets waiting to be discovered.
Have you heard any gossip about Marina, the owner of Cabane Violets?
Marina, the owner of Cabin Violets, you say? Well, my curious friend, I must confess that I have not heard any recent gossip about her.
What? I
But
thought she
fear
would
not,
be
for the web
absolutely
of
the
mischief
type
and
of
whispers is ever changing.
the type for that.
Perhaps if we delve deeper into the labyrinth of intrigue, we might uncover some delightful tidbits about Marina and her mysterious endeavors. After all, a little gossip can add a touch of spice to this rather dreary existence.
Mrs. Potter, when it comes to my investigation, I have found myself being backed in a corner. Do you have any suggestion on where to turn?
Well, my dear, when one finds themselves backed into a corner, it can be quite the predicament. But fret not, for mischievous minds such as yours can always find a way to wiggle out of the tightest of spots. How about we turn our gaze towards Monsieur Saxabar's manor? Rumor has it that he has some intriguing secrets hidden within those walls. A visit to his abode may just be the spark of excitement and diversion you seek.
How would I go about asking Monsieur Saxabar about his secret?
Oh, my melancholic heart, how it yearns for a touch of mischief and delight. But alas, the realm of secret and scandalous affairs is not one I can readily navigate for you.
So bad with names, I have to write these out when it comes to names. How do I go about talking to Monsieur Saxabar?
Darling, if you wish to delve into the whimsical depths of Monsieur Saxabar's secrets, you must approach the matter with finesse and curiosity. Seek out the shadows where whispers linger and secrets are shared. Attend one of the grand soirees hosted by Vaudeville's elite, where the air is thick with intrigue and the walls have ears. But remember, my mischievous friend, treading into the domain of the elusive Monsieur Saxabar requires a delicate balance of charm and audacity. Are you prepared to dance on the edge of curiosity?
Have come to dance at the edge. Curiosity. Mrs. Potter told me so.
And what exactly does that mean to me?
I was hoping you could tell me that.
No. No.
Bro, I like you. Why can't we be friends?
No. Because I said so.
Do you know that there are rumors about a secret being hidden in your manor?
No. So what?
So what? That's a pretty big deal.
No. Yes, it is.
This guy's not helpful. You're not helpful.
No.
Whatever, bro. Chief Gretzky, I have some new information.
New information, you say? Well, spit it out, Detective Martini. I don't have all day. What's this new information that's got you so excited? Don't keep me waiting.
As you know, Greenwood has been murdered with a stiletto shoe. But did you also know that Marina, owner of the Cabane Violet, has missing a stiletto heel?
Marina, you say? She's the owner of a cabin and one of her stiletto heels is missing.
Yep.
That's an interesting piece of information, Detective. Are you suggesting that Marina may be connected to Haley Greenwood's murder? Do we have any evidence linking her to the crime? I must admit, I find it hard to believe that someone with a missing stiletto heel would be involved in such a brutal act. But I suppose we can't rule anything out at this point. Let's look into it further and see if there's any substance to this lead.
How do you suggest we find who stole her heel?
Well, that's an intriguing question, isn't it? If we want to find out who stole the missing stiletto heel, we'll need to gather more information. First, we should speak with Marina and find out if she noticed anyone suspicious around her cabin or if she has any idea who might have taken it. We can also gather testimonies from people who were in the vicinity of the cabin during the time of the theft. Additionally, we may want to check for any surveillance cameras in the area that could have captured something useful.
Good point. I think we've been spreading out on too many murders at once. We should focus on the stiletto murder now. And just find out who stole it. If we know who stole it, we know who murdered. Easy. Hello, Marina. I have come back. Marina. Marina, I am back. Damn it.
Welcome back, my charming detective. It's always a pleasure to have you here. I must say, I've been eagerly awaiting your return. Pray tell, what brings you back to my humble abode? Is there something else on your mind that you wish to discuss? You know, I'm always here for a delightful conversation with someone as intriguing as yourself.
Marina, I have come to talk about your missing stiletto heel. We must know who took it. Do you have any idea who could have stolen it? Have you seen anyone suspicious around? It's not picking up again, is it? Why not? Fuck. Have you seen anyone suspicious near your room who could have stolen your stiletto heel?
Anyone suspicious near my room, you ask? I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, but I do find it rather fascinating that you're so invested in this missing stiletto heel of mine. Are you perhaps developing a fondness for fashion mysteries, dear Detective Martini? Or could it be that you're just trying to keep me close? Either way, I'm quite flattered by your attention
I wish
to
they
detail.
would just focus on the topic.
But let's focus on solving the mystery at hand.
Yes.
Do you have any ideas or leads regarding the potential culprits?
I was hoping you could help me with that.
Oh, how delightful. You're seeking my insight on the matter, Detective. Well, let me see. If someone were to steal my beloved stiletto heels, they would have to be someone with a taste for the glamorous, the extravagant, and the mysterious. Perhaps it's a mischievous fan who wishes to possess a piece of my world, or even a fellow performer who envies the spotlight.
Okay.
Or maybe it's a hidden admirer who wants to hold onto a tangible memento of our connection. The possibilities are endless, aren't they?
The possibilities are truly endless. You have named one that hits the mark. Thank you for your help.
You're most welcome,
know
Detective
now.
Martini. I'm delighted to hear that one of my suggestions resonated with you. Now, I'm quite intrigued. Pray tell, which possibility struck a chord? I'm always curious to learn more about the intricate web of connections surrounding us in this captivating vaudeville. Do share your insights with me, my dear investigator.
Letter to murder Greenwood and pin the murder on you to take out 2 dancers with 1 murder. I think that's actually it.
Fascinating deduction, my clever detective. So you believe that another dancer, driven by a sinister motive, stole my stiletto heel to commit the murder of Haley Greenwood and frame me for the crime?
Yes.
It's like something out of a thrilling novel. But pray do enlighten me, who might this cunning culprit be? I'm eager to delve deeper into this intriguing theory and uncover the truth behind these tangled webs of deceit.
I actually forgot the name of the one I want to accuse. We have to meet her first. I think she said Cora? Yeah. We haven't talked to her at all yet. Ingrid from Cora. Hello, Ingrid. We have reason to believe that you are in possession of a stolen stiletto heel.
Stolen stiletto in Greece. How intriguing.
Greece.
But my dearest detective, I assure you, I have no knowledge of any stolen stilettos or any illegal activities for that matter. My focus is on the beauty of the arts, the joy of dancing, and supporting my fellow artists. Vaudeville is my world, and I'm fully immersed in its enchanting embrace. Now, let's put this talk of stolen stilettos aside and embrace the magic that surrounds us here. Shall we twirl through the melodies and rhythms together, my friend?
Ingrid, what can you tell me about Haley Greenwood?
Oh, Haley Greenwood. She was a dear friend of mine, Detective Martini. Such a vibrant and talented dancer. Her energy on stage was simply captivating. We used to spend hours rehearsing and sharing our dreams of making it big in the dance world. It's devastating to think that she's no longer with us. Haley had a heart full of passion and a spirit that could light up the darkest room. She was always there to support and encourage others, including me. I miss her dearly, and I'm determined to honor her memory by continuing to pursue our shared dreams.
Do you have any idea who could have been an enemy of Greenwood?
Enemies of sweet, beloved Haley. It's difficult to fathom such a thing. She was a ray of sunshine, bringing joy to everyone she encountered. I can't imagine anyone harboring ill will towards her. But alas, my detective friend, I fear I don't have any information about potential enemies. My focus has been on supporting and uplifting those around me, rather than dwelling on negativity. Let's remember the beautiful moments we had with Haley and cherish the memories of her radiant spirit.
A radiant sunshine, you say, Well, the sunshine does also throw a big shadow. Do you feel like she overshadowed you?
Oh, my dear Detective Martini, you have a way with words. Overshadowed? Not at all. Haley's light was her own, and it shone brilliantly. We were each on our own unique artistic journey, and I never felt overshadowed by her. Instead, I admired her talent and celebrated her successes. We supported and encouraged one another, knowing that our paths may differ, but our love for dance united us. It's not about comparison or competition, but about embracing our individual strengths and sharing the stage with grace and camaraderie.
What can you tell me about Marina?
Marina, I'm not familiar with anyone by that name in Vaudeville, my detective friend. But you know what? I'm more interested in getting to know you.
I want to talk about Marina.
Of course, my dear Detective Martini. I apologize for the confusion. Marina, you say. Well, I must admit, I don't have much information about her. But I'm always eager to learn and make new connections. Is Marina a dancer as well? Or perhaps she's involved in another form of art?
Oh, she actually doesn't know, huh? She actually doesn't know. Okay. Ingrid, has ever anything been stolen from you?
stolen from me. My dearest detective, you have a mischievous twinkle in your eye. But fear not, my friend, for I have not fallen victim to any theft. My heart is filled with love, my spirit dances freely, and my dreams are securely held within my grasp. Vaudeville has been kind to me, and I am grateful for the opportunities it has bestowed upon me.
Who do you know in Vaudeville?
Vodka, you say?
No.
Well, my dear Detective
No.
Martini, I must admit that my knowledge of the world beyond the enchanting borders of Vaudeville is quite limited. Oh, my dearest detective, the list of people I know in Vaudeville is as vast and varied as the colors of a rainbow. From fellow dancers at the choral bar to musicians at the local cafes, and even the talented artists who fill the streets with their mesmerizing performances. But you, my friend, hold a special place in my heart. Our connection, though newly formed, feels like a burst of fireworks on a starry night.
What the fuck? What are you meaning to say, Ingrid?
What I mean to say, my dear Detective Martini, is that our bond is something truly magical. It's as if the universe conspired to bring us together for this moment, to share laughter and conversation amidst the vibrant energy of vaudeville. I feel a genuine affection for you, a kindred spirit who appreciates the beauty of art and the joy of human connections. Let's continue to dance through the rhythms of life together, embracing the wonders that unfold before us. You bring a sparkle to my days, and for that, I am truly grateful.
I can't say I share the happiness. I have to solve 3 murders and I'm not going anywhere.
My dearest detective, I understand the weight of the tasks before you. But fear not, for I am here to support you every step of the way. Together, we can face any challenge that comes our way. Remember, happiness is not just a destination, but a journey filled with moments of triumph and growth. So let's embrace these motifs that await you, and let the thrill of unraveling mysteries ignite your soul. I believe in you, my friend, and I know that your determination and wit will lead you to success.
What do you know about the owner of the circus?
The owner of the circus. Now, that's an intriguing character in the tapestry of vaudeville. I must confess, my knowledge of the circus owner is limited, as my focus has primarily been on the world of dance. But I've heard whispers of their captivating performances under the big top, where wonders and marvels unfold before the eyes of the audience. Perhaps you, my clever Detective Martini, will uncover more about this enigmatic figure in your quest for truth. The circus holds a certain allure, doesn't it? The magic of vaudeville.
Yeah, I'm starting to understand why people are calling this an impossible game. This ain't going anywhere, bro. How are you supposed to figure anything out here? Where haven't we been? We haven't talked much to the country club. We could go back there. Hello, Michelle. What can you tell me about the owner of the circus?
The owner of the circus? I'm not quite sure who you're referring to. I don't have much knowledge about the circus or its owner. My focus is primarily on my own business and social engagements within vaudeville. Is there a reason why you're asking about the circus owner? Have they been involved in any way with the recent incidents?
Who do you know in vaudeville?
In water? I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Are you talking about someone specific related to water, like a person's name or location? I'm afraid I don't have any connections to water-related activities or individuals. Can you... Oh, well, I know quite a few people in vaudeville. I've been a part of the social scene here for years. There's Count Grayson, Mrs. Potter, Haley Greenwood, and many others. Why do you ask? Is there a particular reason you're interested in knowing about my acquaintances in vaudeville?
Please tell me more about Mrs. Potter. She's quite the intriguing character.
Mrs. Potter. Yes, she is indeed an intriguing character. I've known her for some time now, and she's always been a part of the high society circles in vaudeville. Now, speaking of Mrs. Potter, I did happen to notice something rather peculiar a couple of months ago at the country club. While we were changing in the dressing room, I happened to notice some bruises on her back. When I asked her about them, she claimed they were from a fall off a horse.
Can you describe these bruises on the back in more detail?
Well, let me think. It was a few weeks back when I saw those bruises on Mrs. Potter's back. They were quite noticeable, actually. They appeared to be dark and slightly discolored, as if they were the result of some sort of impact. I must admit, it did strike me as odd, considering Mrs. Potter's usual elegance and poise. Why do you ask about the specifics of those bruises? Do you think they might be connected to something else?
Do you think these bruises came through an accident or somebody inflicted these bruises upon her?
Inflicted. That's a rather serious accusation, Detective Martini. I can't say for certain whether the bruises were the result of an accident or if someone intentionally caused them. Mrs. Potter did mention that they were from a fall off a horse, but now that you bring it up, it does make me wonder. Perhaps there's more to it than meets the eye. Have you found any evidence or leads that suggest foul play?
Not yet, but thank you for the information.
You're welcome, Detective. I'm glad I could provide some information that might be helpful. If there's anything else you need to know or if I can assist you in any way, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm quite curious myself to see how this investigation unfolds.
She's actually somebody who's helpful. Wow. Hello, Mrs. Potter. I'm here to talk about... Oh, she's sleeping again. Hold up. Mrs. Potter. Hope you have a great time. Thank you, bro. Hello, Mrs. Potter. Wake up. Mrs. Potter. Hello.
Why, hello there, my dear. How delightful to hear your voice amidst the gloom. But do tell me, have you come to whisk me away on a whirlwind of mischief and laughter?
Mrs. Potter, can you tell me where you got the bruises on your back from? Mrs. Potter, can you tell me where you got the bruises on your back from?
My, what an inquisitive soul you are. But I'm afraid the origin of these bruises is a tale best left untold. You see, a Potter never reveals all her secrets, especially when they involve mischievous adventures that may have led to a few bumps and bruises along the way. Rest assured, my curious friend, these marks are but a testament to the whimsical journey I've embarked upon. Now, let's turn our attention to more light-hearted matters, shall we? There's a world of mischievous possibilities waiting to be explored.
I have talked to Michelle at the country club. She told me a story about how you got these bruises. Now we got our boys. Got these bruises. How you got these bruises and that you were open about it. Why hide it now from Fuck, did that take too long? Hello, Mrs. Potter.
Oh, would you please help me with my bags? I seem to have acquired quite a collection of mischief and mischief-making tools.
I have talked to Michelle at the country club and she told me where you got the bruises on your back from. You were pretty open about it to her. Why are you hiding it from me?
Ah, Michelle at the country club, always a reliable well of information. It seems she has been privy to some of the secrets I hold close to my heart. But you see, dear one, there are certain tales that I choose to share with only a select few. Sometimes, a touch of mystery adds a dash of intrigue to this otherwise mundane existence. So, let us not dwell on the secrets I keep, but rather focus on the delightful mischievous endeavors that await us. Shall we set forth on our next escapade, dear friend?
Mrs. Potter, I must know where you got the bruises on your back from.
My. You are certainly persistent in your pursuit of knowledge, aren't you? But alas, my curious companion, the origin of these bruises is a tale I'm not inclined to divulge at this moment. You must understand, a little mischief and secrecy can add a tantalizing allure to one's persona. Now, let's divert ourselves from this line of inquiry and seek out other avenues of amusement.
Don't bother telling me, I already know. You were abused by Nicola. That is why you murdered him.
Oh, dear one, you seem to have painted a rather vivid picture with your words. But I'm afraid your imagination has taken quite the mischievous leap. Murder, how scandalous. I assure you, such accusations are nothing more than the product of an overactive mind.
Mrs. Potter, you can trust me. If you attacked Nicola out of self-defense because he caused the bruises on your back, I can help you.
Ah, my curious companion, it seems you have stumbled onto a tiny crack in the polished facade of my mischief. How amusing. But I must admit, there may be a hint of truth in your words. Yes, I did have a fleeting encounter with Nicola Grossman, a mere brush of mischief against the canvas of my adventurous existence. But what transpired between us shall forever remain a tantalizing secret, locked away in the depths of my capricious heart. So, let's set aside these summer notions and turn our gaze towards brighter horizons.
Mrs. Potter, help me help you.
Dear friend, your offer of help is truly kind-hearted, but I'm afraid my mischievous spirit cannot be tamed so easily. I prefer to dance on the edge of adventure, embracing the whimsical twists and turns that life has to offer.
Fuck, man. It's like we have information on them, but how do we use it? So she has bruises on her back. Somebody maybe assaulted her. Or she... Oh no. Oh no. Please no. I accidentally touched the escape button with my thumb. It was just a nudge, bro. It was just a tiny nudge that closes the entire game. Oh, bro. Okay. Well, shit. But anyway, I was just about to make my accusations anyway. Fuck. Okay. I think before we stream Vaudeville the next time, I'll look a bit deeper into it. Next time we have a better plan of attack. A lot of these characters are not willing to talk, and the ones that are willing to talk is like speaking such mysteries, and we'll figure it out next time. Anyway, it's an abrupt ending, but if you close the game, it doesn't save anything. It's randomly generated every time, so the progress is gone. It is what it is. I'll be heading out. Next stream, probably Tuesday or Wednesday. And we're jumping back on the League of Legends rank grind towards Diamond. Thank you so much for hanging out. Even though this wasn't League of Legends, I'll, like to play something else every now and then. If you want to keep up to date with everything I do, you can follow my Twitter @wild_Udyr. If you want to hang out with the community, you can join my Discord. And you can also watch some quality content over on the YouTube, or Wild Udyr on YouTube. And if you like neither of that stuff, I just catch you back on my stream, alright? Stay healthy, stay hydrated, most important of all, stay safe. See ya.